raise my eyes to you. Christmas lights are all around. I can see them now. It's like they spell your name. It's insane. Now we're back here once again. Holidays and cheer. But now I got my eye set on you. I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow failed. I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow. I've been trying to tell you in every way, but now I'll get it done. I'm not gonna wait. And right around the mistletoe, I'm gonna let my feelings show. Always got you on my mind, but I know this time you're on top of my list. Only wish. And as we decorate the tree, only you and me, I'll be making plans, make you understand. I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I've been trying to tell you in every way. Yeah, I've been trying to show you, but somehow failed. I wanna have someone to hold. Walking through the falling snow.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cricket Card Summit. So excited that you guys are joining this evening. We are going to have a special live stream in a few moments, but before we get into all of that, I do have some reminders for you guys. Now, don't forget, if you want to know where to find that, where do you go? You got to go to where do I find that page on the Cricket Card Summit website. And Harriet has so kindly posted the link there on the screen. And I do have to do some disclosures because I just realized that I look kind of funny with these glasses on video. As you guys probably know, I've been not feeling very good today, and so I took my contacts out, and I've got two pairs of glasses, one to read from, but my screen is too far away, so I can't see it. One to see from, but then I can't read. So if you see me doing this, it's because I can't see what I'm doing. Anyway, so where do I find that? Make sure to check that out if you're looking for any of the presentations, any of the live streams, links to our giveaways, the whole 9 yards. You're going to find that there. The other thing I want to remind everybody is that our VIP All Access Pass is still for sale. And right now we're in the discounted price of during the summit, which is currently at $69. Yes, I hope that's right. Yes, Harriet's nodding her head. $69. And the price for that will go up on Thursday at midnight. So if you haven't grabbed your VIP All Access Pass, you definitely want to go and check that out now. Before you forget, because after midnight on Thursday, it'll go up to our regular price, and then all of the presentations will go away on Sunday. Also, want to let you know that if you have purchased your VIP All Access Pass and you've been thinking about joining our Card Maker Success membership, you actually get a special discount for that. And that is our ongoing recurring discount for purchasing the VIP All Access Pass. So if you've already purchased your All Access Pass and you missed the opportunity, make sure to send an email to support at Stamp Me Some Love, and we will look up your purchase and then send you a special link for you to grab that special discount for joining the Card Maker Success membership. And last but not least, I would love to have you guys back next week, Monday through Thursday. We are going to be doing the Card Maker Challenge, where I'm going to be teaching you how to create 40 cards in 4 days. We're going to be going over 8 different card designs over those 4 days, and the challenge is just $10 to get in. It's going to be so much fun, and I wanted to share with you some of the cards that we are going to create. So if I can reach over here, I'm going to go overhead here. Oh, it might help if I turned on the camera. Sorry about that. All right, let's try it again. Okay. All right. One of the cards that we are, oh, what on earth? Seriously? All right. Can we see it now? Good Lord, people. All right. So we're going to be doing this card, which is so gorgeous. This is one of my fave of the cards that we are going to be making. This background right here is with alcohol ink, and I'm going to show you how to make that pretty background. We're going to be doing some die cutting, and then we're going to be doing off the page die cutting. And we've also got some embossed images there. So pretty. I love this card. So this is one of the cards that we're going to be making. And we are going to be making this pretty Merry Christmas card. And I've got my little poinsettia there. We did some mixed media on this, and it's layered with different layers and some embossed images on the back. This one right here, we're going to be making, this one's with a layered stencil. So I'm super excited to show you guys how to do that. We've got some more embossed images. And then this one right here is with a little stencil butter. And I've actually decided this is the color that we're going to use for the class, but this was my little test version. So stinking cute. And I've got one more to show you. I've got a couple still left to create, but this one, super simple because we used a paper pad from Erin Thompson. You guys probably know her. She is one of our favorite card maker friends. All right, so if you haven't signed up for the Card Maker Challenge, you definitely want to go and do that. Full disclosure that the challenge will not include making anything on the Cricut. So this is going to be more of your traditional type card making. So if you're new to that or you don't have the supplies, don't worry, it's okay. Just come in and kind of just soak it all up and then see what you like. And if you want to, you know, invest in those supplies and make those cards yourself, then you can definitely do it. But for $10 for 4 days worth of live instruction, you can't beat it. All right, so let's go ahead and bring our special speaker to the stage. We know her as Miss Carrie, and she's going to be representing our other sponsor of the Card Maker Success Summit, Creative Fabrica.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Carrie. So good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to see what you're going to create. But before we do that, we've got some amazing things to share. I know that Creative Fabrica has the special offer that's going on right now that you're going to talk about. And after this presentation, we're actually going to do a giveaway for a free Cricut Joy Extra. How do you say it?
It's the Joy Extra.
Joy Extra.
Yes.
And so, yes, we're going to be drawing for that. So you got to stick around to the end of the presentation to see who wins that. And Carrie, tell us a little bit more about the offer that Creative Fabrica is giving everybody.
So Creative Fabrica is a site that is full of just amazing crafty goodness. I'm sure you know that. I mean, a lot of people know Creative Fabrica for the SVGs and the sublimation materials, But I am also a needle crafter, and they have needle craft patterns. They have all kinds of things.
Awesome.
Their offer, though, there are a few free things on the site, but if you want a lot of the good bonuses, you actually want to get the membership. So they are going to be offering a huge discount on the membership, and I know we're going to show that here later on. But this huge discount, you actually before the discount, you also get a free kind of trial that we're going to talk about here towards the end. So I
Okay.
want to make sure that people kind of hold on to that. So
Okay. Sounds
okay.
good. Sounds good. All right. Well, I'm going to leave the stage. I'm going to let you have it. And here you go.
All right, so we're going to take a look at what we're actually making first. I know a lot of you probably want to actually kind of look at that. So I'm going to switch cameras here so that we can take a look at what we're going to make today. So I don't know about you, but I am a huge fan of shaker cards. So I thought that we could make a really cute little shaker card today. What do you guys think? Do you think this one's going to be fun? So we are going to be creating this in Cricut Design Space. Know that the SVGs that we're going to use, and I'm going to show you those here in a moment, SVGs can be used on any cutting machine that is compatible with SVGs. So even though my tutorial is going to be in Cricut Design Space, you can still get onto your SVG cutting machine or whatever, and you can kind of recreate the whole thing. But today we're going to do the tutorial in Design Space. Just real quick, if you want to kind of gather your supplies or think about the supplies you're going to need, you're definitely going to need whatever cardstocks, glitter paper, pattern paper that you want to create the card. All right. This is a 5x7 card simply because I've realized that when we're doing online tutorials, it's easier to see if things are bigger. So, but you could definitely scale it down. I've got kind of this 5x7 card base and the 4.5x6.5 piece that the shaker is going to go on. Make sure you also grab your favorite little sequence, some foam tape, and acetate. I'm going to talk about cutting acetate out with the Cricut. And then something that I've discovered, and we'll do this during the assembly process, anti-static powder comes in really handy when you're creating shaker cards. So we'll talk about that here in a moment. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get the two SVGs downloaded from the Creative Fabrica site. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up on the screen. All right, Brandy, I think I need to have you add my share screen.
Okay. I see. Add it to the stage. There we go.
So, thank you. All right, so we're going to take a look real quick at the Creative Fabrica site. This might be new to some of you. Let me go to the main page. Sorry about that. So this is going to be your main page that you see. And you can see there is this menu that is just full of stuff. There's hundreds and thousands of fonts, PNGs, and graphics. And as you can see, they're kind of all narrowed down by type. There's 3D pieces, which are always super fun. There's a Spark is a creative thing where you can create things in Spark. This is where you're going to find some fun little crafts that you can create. Here's that needlework portion I talked to you about. If you're one who really enjoys online classes, they do have classes, and a lot of those are part of your membership. Some of my classes are on there. There's some fun tools. And as you can see, if you're a teacher, there's like a teacher club card part. And there's all kinds of bundles. So there's a ton of stuff on here. All right. At the end of the video, we'll talk more about like the free stuff that you're going to get because you're an attendee. But let's take a look real fast at the two SVGs we are using. All right. So this is the first SVG. This is called Merry and Bright. And we're going to be using part of this in our design. Now, even though I'm only going to use a portion of the image, you get the entire SVG as your freebie. We're also going to be using this adorable little pink Christmas snow globe. That's where we get our snow globe shape. And like I said, if even though we're only using the snow globe portion, you get that entire SVG image. All right, now both of these products are going to be free to you guys for a limited time. So Brandy's going to end up putting up the links at during the video and after the video. But these two are free, along with some other downloads that we're going to talk about here in a moment. So make sure that you grab these two downloads so that you can create this fun little project with me. Now, something that people might not know how to do is actually how do you download? Okay, so I want to make sure I show you that real fast. Again, we're going to do this in Cricut Design Space, but if you're like super new to Cricut, which I know a lot of you are, I'd like to see like hands right now. Like how many of you, this is like, you're like barely tipping your toe in the water for creating Cricut cards or even just like Cricut projects. I'd really like to see like, yeah, me, or are you like a pro? Are you one that you've just, you know, you do all kinds of Cricut projects, you're making all your Christmas gifts? I'd really like to know that, like how many of you are huge, you know, Cricut people. So I'm going to quickly, so I've got a couple people that are brand new, not a pro. I don't even consider myself a pro. I think because everything's always changing. Okay, so while everybody's kind of filling in the chat, we're going to download. All right, so you just click this fun little download icon right here. All right, now if for some reason you forgot where this possibly downloaded, or maybe you accidentally deleted your download, if you go to your profile here at the top and you go to My Downloads, that is going to show you any downloads that you have added to your account. And you can go back and re-download it, because I know a lot of you, sometimes you download it, maybe you accidentally delete it, or you forgot where it downloaded. You can always go back and get it again. All right. So a lot of brand new. All right. So when you have downloaded it, I have a Windows device. So I'm going to show you where mine ends up downloading. So let me switch screens here. Let's see if that pops up. I don't know if we're going to have to do the share screen again. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Got a lot of screens to share. So on Windows devices, and I know this is in Mac devices also, it ends up in what is called your download folder. Okay. You're going to see that your little pieces here are zipped. I'm actually going to like make this really big. You're going to see they have little zippers on them, okay, which means that they're compressed. And if it's compressed, if it's zipped, you can't open it in Cricut Design Space. We're actually going to have to what's called extract it, okay? So to do that in Windows, you can just right-click your mouse, and you're going to see it says extract all. And it's going to ask you where you want to put it. If you want to put it somewhere special, I keep a lot of my SVGs on an external drive because they do take up room on my computer. But you're just going to hit extract. And then just remember where this is at. So this is on my PC, in my downloads, in my Creative Fabrica downloads. And you're going to see this one does not have a zipper. Okay, that's the one we're going to grab when we get into Cricut Design Space. Okay, just so that you know that. All right, so we're going to get out of this screen and we are going to head into Cricut Design Space. So we'll have to do one more share screen, Brandy. Let's see. Let me get in there. All right, and you guys should be able to all see the Cricut Design Space window. And I am already opened a brand new canvas and all of that. So there we go. I'm going to read comments real quick. Yes, the free downloads, April, will also be in your downloads. And I believe Brandy has like the links to the freebies. She'll make sure those get out. Okay. All right. So here's your brand new canvas. We're going to go and upload those 2 items that we just downloaded. So over here on the left, you're going to see upload. We're going to hit upload images. We're going to browse. And this is where you need to remember where that was. So mine was in downloads, Creative Fabrica downloads. And then you can see the only one that's showing up is the one that is unzipped. All right. So we're going to need to open that. And with some of Creative Fabrica's files, they kind of give you a couple different versions. Like if you want one that's color, if you want one that's just black and white, they've got DXL, PNG, DXF. We want what's the SVG file. Now, this is something that is also confusing to Cricut users. On Windows devices, they always show up as a Microsoft Edge file. I'm not quite sure that has something to do with Windows and all of that wonderful stuff. I'm not going to go into those details, but that's the one you want. Okay, if you're working in Mac or on like an Android or an iOS, it does say SVG. But for some reason, Windows devices say Microsoft Edge. So that's the one that you are going to want, okay? So that might be a new concept for some of you. We're just going to double click it. And you're going to see there's the Merry and Bright right there, the file. Over here, you can name it. You can add some tags for when you need to search for it. And once you've completed all of that, you can hit upload. And you'll see it show up right here. All right. So we're going to grab those 2 real fast, and we're going to add them to our canvas. Now, today I was playing in Cricut Design Space earlier, and it's had some weird hiccups. So don't panic, okay? I'm just going to reduce all of these real fast so that it's a little bit easier to work with. Some of these files come in like really massive. Okay? And they do come in kind of grouped together like that. If you just click on the white part of the canvas, it'll ungroup them. All right, so I always want to make sure I'm not talking too fast. Okay, so if like you have a question you need me to hold up, I do have the comments like right over here, so I'm kind of monitoring them as I go. Okay, so we have our 2 pieces. As you saw, we didn't use everything to make our card. Yes.
I just want to let you know that I'm going to take your little face screen out of the thing. We can make the desktop a little bit bigger, but you'll be able to hear things and be able to talk. So just give me one
I think that'll help people see better.
that works.
Okay.
Full screen layout. All right. Can you say something?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Good.
Still come through?
Yep.
All right. All right. Yes. Thanks, Brandy. That makes it a lot easier for you guys to see. And like I said, like if you get confused or something's not making sense, feel free to just like shout out in the comments and I'll go back. All right. Okay. So what we need to do first is get rid of the images we don't want. Okay. Over here in the layers panel is a whole list of images. You can see there's all the tiny little dots and the portion with the tree. And then below that, we have all the parts and pieces for the Merry and Bright. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just delete what we don't need. And the easiest way to do this is just to click on that layer over on the right side of the screen. You can hold your Shift key down on your computer and just continue to click. Okay. So you're just going to click through all of those. And then you can click the little trash can and that gets rid of them. Another way to delete is to click all of these and just hit the delete on your keyboard. Okay. So we want to get rid of all the white dots. All right, so we need the 3 snowflakes. Okay, so they're right there. Now, the easy part about the second step, the tree, if we click on this little tree group right here, it's going to select all the parts of the tree. Okay, so that's all blue. You're going to see it's kind of a lighter blue shade, and that means it's all selected. So I'm just going to hit that trash can, and it's going to get rid of all of that. All right, so that's an easy way. We're going to need, you're going to see it highlights the little base because I clicked on it. So we're going to need that. We need the other portion of the base. We will not need the snow. So I'm just going to right click on my mouse and hit delete. And then we have these extra snowflakes that didn't end up in the group. So I'm just going to hold my shift key down and get rid of those. Okay, so there's the snow globe piece we're going to need for our shaker. All right. For the merry and bright, all we need are the words. So merry and bright. And then we just need the holly. Okay. So let's go through here. And we're going to make this a little bit easier on ourselves this time. Instead of deleting all of that, we're just going to see here's part of the word bright. I'm going to hold my shift key down, click on the little dot for the I, click on the B, the N, D, and A for the word and then the M for, or the airy and the M, and the 2 holly pieces, or there's 3 holly pieces and the 3 berries. Sometimes it hiccups on me. And then now that I have the words highlighted, you're going to see they're a lighter blue. I have the words merry and bright highlighted. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click this duplicate key. See if it catches up. There it goes. Oh, now I did too. And I'm just going to pull this off to the side. And that's all the pieces I need. Now I can just, since I accidentally ended up with a double, I'm actually going to hold my mouse key down and drag over all of that I don't want. And I'm going to trash it. Okay. So let me grab all of this over here and bring it back. As you saw, these aren't grouped together right now. We do want to group them because when we go to resize them, we want the merry and bright to size proportionately. Right now, if I were to just click on that B and try to resize it, the rest of that word is not going to size correctly. Okay, so we do need to regroup them before we start making the rest of our project. I'm not sure if you guys understand how group and ungroup work, but group basically makes sure that everything that's within the group sizes proportionately, colors change all together. It all works as a group, whereas ungroup makes every image an individual piece that you can play with. Okay, that's just a quick explanation. I am going to group merry and bright, and I'm going to group the holly leaves. So I'm going to do this in 2 steps. Again, I'm just going to hold down my mouse key on and drag over the word merry and drag over the word bright. And then right here is our group. And we're going to click on that. And now I can grab this and move it out of the way. And we're going to do the same with the holly. Okay. So now we have all the pieces that we are going to need. Okay. Checking comments real quick. A couple of you say you have your toe in, catching up. We'll watch the replay. Yeah, the nice part is you're going to be able to watch this replay. Pastel colors would be really pretty on this too. All right, so now we are going to build the shaker portion for our card. All right, as you can see, the snow globe right now is still grouped, which is good because we want to size that entire thing to fit our 5x7 card. Right now, up here, you can see that it is sized at 4.197 by 4.976, and it is locked. The little icon is locked. That means if I resize this, the height and width are going to size proportionately, and that's what we want. Okay, so leave that locked. Don't unlock it. Okay. We're going to click and highlight the width box, and we are going to change this to, double checking my width, 4.25. So 4 inches and a quarter. So type in 4.25 and hit enter. And that's the size that we're going to need all those pieces. And as you saw, as it resized the snowflakes, it resized the base, and it resized the circle. Everything's proportionate to each other. All right, so that's a really easy way to work with groups. All right, so we have kind of our base pieces. The shaker portion of the card, we actually have to build ourselves. So I like to tell my students that I just taught you the basics. Now I'm going to teach you how to level up and try something new. Okay, so don't get scared. I like to walk people through things. I have a background in teaching, so I know that sometimes we need to slow it down a little bit and walk through the process, okay? I love how people are talking about like colors they might think about cutting this out. I'd like to see those. If you make any of these projects, make sure you post them in the Facebook group. All right, so right now on this snow globe, this circle is our background piece for that shaker card, okay? So if you've ever built a shaker before, you know that you have a background piece, you have the piece of acetate, and you have the little frame. So we are going to need to duplicate that circle so that we have our frame piece and our acetate piece. Now, instead of duplicating this entire snowflake or snow globe, we can go right over here to the layers panel and click on this circle right here, okay? And that will only select the circle piece. It won't ungroup anything. It'll just only select the portion we need, okay? So we've selected our circle, and we're going to go right up here to this duplicate key. You can also right click if you're a right clicker. But we're going to select the circle, and we're going to duplicate this so that we have 3 more circles. So I'm just going to click this 1, 2, 3. There we go. So this circle right here is going to be our acetate. Okay, I'm going to change the color of this so that I know this is what I need to cut out of acetate. When you change colors, your color panel right here just it represents material colors. It's not actually going to print or like make that color on the Cricut. It just represents colors so that you know what cardstock or pattern paper or acetate to grab. So I'm just going to color this yellow so that I know when the yellow circles come up, that's what I need to cut out of acetate. Okay. So Arlene, yes, if you feel you need to replay, that's fine. If I'm going too fast, please let me know. Okay, I can always go back and repeat something or show you something again. Okay, because the assembly process is pretty quick. All right. So our next part is going to be the frame. All right, and I'm just going to color one a different color just so it's a little bit easier to see. So we actually have to build our frame here because a frame is going to have like a circle cutout, right? Okay. So in order to create that circle cutout, we need to resize one of these circles so that I have a 1/4 inch frame. And I need to make sure that this circle is going to cut out of the big circle. Now I'm going to size this a 1/2 inch smaller so that I have a 1/4 around each side. You can size the frame as big or as small as you want. The only thing I suggest is that you make it wide enough so that any foam tape or anything you add isn't showing through. Okay, so you know how that works if you've made a shaker card before. All right, so I am actually going to keep it locked once again because I want it to stay a circle. And I'm going to change the size to 3.75, and I'm going to hit my enter key. And you're going to see that makes it just that 1/4 inch smaller. All right. Okay, I'm double checking for questions. Looks like we're doing okay. All right. Now, I don't know about you, but there's been times like I've tried to eyeball this. Okay, I'm gonna bring that to the front real fast. When I first started with Cricut, I would try to eyeball it. Okay, I would just be like, okay, I think that's the center. That looks about right. And I would try to figure it out. But Cricut actually has a tool that will center this for you. So again, I'm just going to do what I like to call the snag and drag. I just bring my mouse key over, or I'm holding down my mouse key and dragging over the two. And you'll be able to see over here in layers panel, those two are selected. I'm going to go up to a line right here at the top, and I'm going to click center. And that's going to center the circle on top of the circle. So there's another new little trick for you. Okay. Now make sure that these two are still selected over here in the layers panel. If not, choose them again. Then we're going to cut out that center circle with what's called a subtract tool. So that's down here in the combine menu. We're going to click on combine and hit subtract. And that creates our frame. Okay, so we would have our acetate go over that backing, then we'd have our frame over the top. All right, so there's our shaker piece. Okay, any questions about that? Yes, the center, I use the center so much.
Hey, Carrie, I'm
Yes.
so sorry, but I just noticed that the link that was scrolling down the below covered up part of the toolbar on the bottom. So you might
Okay.
want to repeat that step.
I can do that.
And let me make it full screen again.
Okay. Let me duplicate this. I'll pull this. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Let me change the colors here again. All right. So here's our circles. And I showed you how to center them up here with a line. So we click on center. And then our subtract tool is way down here in the lower right corner. And when we click on that, there's a lot of different options, but we're going to use what's called subtract. And you're going to click on that, and that's going to remove that center piece. Okay, so that we have our frame, our acetate, and our backer. Okay. All right, so the last portion that we need to do, the last thing we need to do is put on that Merry and Bright and resize it and add our holly. So I'm going to bring this little Merry and Bright over here. Actually, we want to put our frame on first because we want to make sure it fits within the frame. So we're just going to kind of eyeball that. It doesn't need to be perfect. We're just using it so we make sure this shows in the center. So we're going to bring this over. Oh, we need to bring it to the front first. So we're going to hit arrange and bring it to the front. You're just going to drag this over the top and use these little sizing handles to just drag it so that it fits within our shaker card. Okay. And if you want some of the letters to kind of show off the edge, you can. But for now, we're just going to kind of size that right there. Okay. Now don't worry about it being perfectly centered. We will do that when we glue it down. Okay. Our last step is to just bring that holly over here. Oh, again, we need to bring this to the front. If you don't understand how layering works, the layers are kind of like decks of cards. Whatever card you're playing ends up going up to the top. So if you make any alterations to a layer, like a big alteration, it automatically moves it to the top. So sometimes you do have to come through here and bring them to the front, bring them to the back, that kind of thing. We're just going to bring this holly over. If you go down to this lower right corner, it'll allow you to rotate it. For me, this is more of a visual thing. It's not going to cut out the holly at an angle. But for me, I am such a visual creator. I don't know how many of you are visual creators, but I have to visually see what this is going to look like when it's put together. So I have to kind of tilt it and that kind of thing. but then we can just make it as big or as small as you want. All right. Okay. So a lot of you said that you might have to go back and rewatch, and I get that. There are times that, yeah, when it comes to Cricut stuff, you kind of have to like work on it a little bit and do it on your own. Okay. And that's okay. Okay. I'm just going to make sure we get some basics down. All right. So the last thing I do want to show you, first, make sure you save this, guys. You've done all this work. Don't forget to save it. Okay. I do want to show you how you're going to cut out acetate because that's important. Again, if you need to like recolor stuff so that you know like what color everything needs to be, go ahead and just click on these layers. My shaker is going to be silver. My snowflakes are going to be gold, and that'll just place these on specific mats. A lot of you do know how to do that. So we're just going to move on so I can show you how to cut out acetate. All right. Now this can be cut out with the Maker or the Explorer machines. And I believe it can also be cut out with the new Joy, but I can't promise that yet. I haven't looked at that yet. But we're going to click our Make. And you'll see all of the like materials are put on a page. I'm going to hit continue because I want to make sure you understand how to cut out acetate. Let's go to that mat that has the acetate. Oh, hold on a minute. I forgot to turn my machine on. It won't continue unless you have your machine on. There we go. All right, to cut out acetate, I'm going to go to that mat right there, and it's white, so it's selected. I'm going to hit Browse All Materials and search for acetate. And then that's the setting you are going to use. You're going to select it and hit Done. So just make sure when you go to cut out that acetate that that is selected. All right. Thank you, guys. I love how you're giving me comments on being a good teacher. I try. I really try. Okay, so we're gonna you can cut all this out. You can get everything ready. Like I said, make sure you're saving and making. Saving it before you make it. We're gonna move to the next camera so that I can show you guys how quickly this comes together. Let me swap cameras. Oh, there we go. Okay. So again, this is actually really, really easy to put together. Okay, and you're going to see glare because acetate, I don't care what you do. Acetate's going to show glare. All right, so we have our acetate we've cut out. And let me put this on top of something so it's easy to see. So you've got your acetate. Now I use Cricut acetate. There's a lot of companies that make acetate that cuts out with cutting machines. Many of them do have a coating over the top. All right. And this is just to prevent it from being scratched when it's being cut. So just take like a rub and remove eraser and just go over it. There it goes. And that'll pull that right off. Okay. Like I said, it's just designed to keep that from scratching. Oh, thanks. A lot of you are saying you love my nails. I like having them painted. All right, so here's our frame we cut. Our background piece. The two pieces for our base of the snow globe. The words, the holly, and the snowflakes. All right. So we're going to build our shaker first. Okay. Check my time. I do want to, I did kind of cheat a little bit. Okay. I already put on our words. Okay. So you have all these really delicate words. If you're having difficulty cutting these out, use the intricate cut setting on your Cricut. Okay. Just like I showed you how to change it to acetate. Change it to intricate cut, and it will cut out these little snowflakes and the words really easy. Okay. So I've already put these down. Make sure they're glued down well. You can see this one isn't quite stuck down. because you don't want your little shaker pieces getting all, stuck inside there. So yeah, I just kind of cheated a little bit so we go a little faster here. We're going to come in with our acetate, and we are going to adhere this onto our frame. How many of you have built shaker cards before? I'd love to know, like, if you're a shaker card pro, or, just learning how to use or how to make a shaker card was, is your new thing you learned today. Yes, Yvonne, snow globes are pretty, aren't they? I had a friend that collected them once. Well, she still collects them, but she's not living nearby. All right, so I'm going to put some foam around the edges of my frame. Now, if you are a Cricut pro, or if you want to give it a try, there is also double-sided sheets of foam that you could cut this frame shape out of that double-sided foam, so that you had just a little piece of double-sided foam to pop right over the top there. No, my acetate, my glue's not dry, so my acetate's slipping a little bit here. And like I said, when you're creating your frame, make sure that it is not, that you have enough room for your foam. So some of you said you've made shaker cards, but not with acetate. I've made them with vellum before. Trying to think. I do a lot of faux shaker cards too. I don't know if you guys know what a faux shaker card is. But it's basically where you glue down all the little bits and pieces so that you don't have to, actually, because my acetate isn't glued on, this is making it a little bit more difficult. So I'm pulling in one that's already dried. Let's see. A lot of you haven't assembled them yet. A lot of you say that shaker cards look a little fearful. Yeah, I agree. When I first saw them, I thought, how do those go together? How do we get that to work? Oh, yes. A lot of people are saying, as far as you can repurpose clear plastic packaging. Yes. Your little clear plastic pieces that go over the top of your Cricut mats, they are a little bit thinner than some acetate, but if you are just starting out with shaker cards, you can actually cut up, one of those little tops from like one of your Cricut mats that is no longer usable. Okay. All right, so we've got our tape on there. Now I talked to you guys about needing the powder. Okay. I don't know about you, but whenever I use any kind of sequence, they always end up sticking to the acetate. So I come in with these little powder things, and you can use an anti-static bag if you have, I don't know what a lot of people call those, but they're bags with a little powder in them, and just go around your cardstock. Okay. And then do like a little bit on your acetate. Once everything starts moving around, it's not going to show. And then we're just going to add some shaker bits. Now, these are all just random pieces that I have. Either I had left over from a kit, or, I bought a bundle because, it's as bad as, how many of you remember buying up brads and eyelets like crazy? I think now I'm doing that with sequins and shaker bits. I love that people are reusing products to make their shaker cards. That is such a wonderful idea. So I've got some candy canes, some little white sequins, and some snowflakes. All right. We are going to just pop that frame right there over the top. And then we've got our shakers. Oh, I missed a spot. Let me fix that real fast. There we go. All right, so now we have our little shaker bits. Okay. Now to build your the bottom piece of your snow globe, you have kind of this really wide piece, and then you have kind of this thinner piece. The thinner piece is what goes on top. And that didn't make sense to me at first, but once I took a look at that, it finally made some sense. And you're just going to layer this, and it's going to be hard to see silver on silver, but you just keep moving it up until the two pieces actually match up on the side. And then when they match up on the side, they're going to match along the base too. That's a little bit crooked, but, and that's going to create your layer for your snow globe. Okay. Let's bring over our white card base. And then this is just going to sit over the top of this. Okay. So let's glue down our shaker. And then you are going to need a little bit of foam tape because this has some dimension to it. I'm going to bring that over. And we're going to pop that right over the top. Okay. And then we have these tiny little snowflakes. Like I said, these are really delicate to cut. And make sure you are using that. I just lost it. The intricate cut setting. Okay. Trying to get it out of the glare. A lot of you are saying, yeah, you had so many sequins and brads. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Or brads and eyelets. Yeah, that was like an addiction, wasn't it? Okay, so we've got our little snowflakes on there. And then you're just going to bring in your holly leaves. And we are just going to lay these right over the top. And this kind of fills in that empty space that we ended up getting with the Mary. Let me turn that a little bit. A lot of you, I really like that you guys are talking about like different parts and pieces that you use for acetate. Thanks. Yeah, the powder really helps. I'm glad you enjoyed that tip. Powder on there helps. All right, so we've got all our little berries here. I'm just going to pop those down. And then this gets sat right on top of a piece of pattern paper that's cut at 5x7, and then this will go on top of a 5x7 card base. Okay. All right. So before we move on and I tell you more about the special, I do want to show you two more extra projects you can make, because I know you guys, if you're getting these files free, you want to use them as much as you can. This first one is like an ornament or a tag. I'm trying to make sure that I don't end up like putting a lot of glare on here. It's always hard with acetate. Taking pictures is difficult too. So you can see I just used that tree portion that came in the snow globe. Okay, and instead of doing the whole snow globe, I just did like a little round ornament and filled that in, and it's got some little shaker bits in it. Okay, the other thing, and my husband wanted me to tell you that he glued this all together for me. He did a great job. But this is like a little cookie box. Okay, so again, I just used that tree. I used the snowflakes that came off of the snow globe and made them a little bit bigger. And then you can stick like a little cookie in there, or if you're like a handmade jewelry maker, you could use this for like a fun little piece of jewelry. And you just have like a little cookie box. How cute is that? Yes, yay for husbands. All right, so Now that you have some ideas what to do with the files, let's talk a little bit more about what you guys are getting since you are attendees of the Cricut Card Summit. I'm going to swap to my face one more time. All right. So, so like I said, you guys are going to be getting that the two SVGs I showed you. So the snow globe and the holly, or the snow globe and the merry and bright are free. Okay. Now the other thing you guys are going to get is a free trial. All right. So if you like today when I was like going through the site and you're like, ooh, I do want to try some needle crafts, or oh, I just saw another snow globe I want to grab. You guys are going to get a free trial. Okay. So this is available to all new subscribers. So if you're already a subscriber of Creative Fabrica, you're not going to be able to get it, but hey, you're enjoying your subscription, right? But if you guys are brand new to Creative Fabrica and you want to get this subscription, you're going to get instant access to the fonts, the graphics, and if you're like an online maker that you sell stuff, know that everything on Creative Fabrica comes with a commercial license. So you don't have to worry like, oh, can I sell my cup that has that Creative Fabrica image? It comes with a creative license. Now there are some stipulations, so make sure you read into that. But just know that they do have a commercial license. When you sign up for this subscription, you immediately can get 10 designs free, and you can download them, or the free trial, not the subscription. When you sign up for the free trial, you can immediately get 10 free downloads of your choice. Okay, so you can grab any download that's on that site, you can grab 10 of them. Now, once you've grabbed your 10 downloads or a month has passed, then it will renew at only $9 a month. Okay, now normally the subscription is $29 a month, so that $9 is a huge savings. And I want to tell you, my daughter got married this year, and I pulled so many things off of that Creative Fabrica site to make for her wedding. The time it saved me alone from having to design them in Cricut Design Space was worth the subscription. Okay. Now, you can also upgrade, like if you don't want to pay monthly, if you upgrade to the year subscription, it is more affordable. You save like 45%. And just know, like, after you download your 10 free downloads during the trial, if you go, you know, this isn't for me, it is really easy to cancel. But I know you guys probably might not want to cancel because there's a lot of options on there. Okay, now make sure that you visit to get the trial offer. Make sure you are using that link that Brandy's putting below. It's stampmesomelove.com/CF-free trial. Okay, now make sure you can, Brandy's going to have links to everything that I showed you guys today, so that you can get everything that you need so that you can make the shaker card, the little ornament or tag, and the cookie box. All right. So I'm just going to double check that there's no more questions. And if you do have questions, let me know. Hold on.
Sorry, it's me.
There you
I
go.
had myself.
Okay. I was like, is it me?
No, it's me. Okay. I was just saying that thank you so much for that card. It was so cute. And I love how with Creative Fabrica, especially if you have the membership, you can just download whatever you want, and being able to pick and choose different elements from different files, and then be able to put them together and make them your own, which is essentially what you did there. If you guys haven't seen my live stream that I did earlier today, you definitely go and check that out. Maybe Harriet can throw that into the chat. I did a live stream called Design with Brandy, and I didn't use Cricut Design Space, but I used files from Cricut Creative Fabrica, and we plopped those into Silhouette
Mhm.
Studio and created some ornament, not ornament, sorry. I'm telling you, COVID brain is a real thing. Uh,
It is.
Christmas
It is.
Christmas bulbs, and we're going to be making a card. So it's going to be like a 3-day process. We went from inspiration to searching Creative Fabrica's website and finding the files that I want to use, and then I edited them into my editing software. And then tomorrow we're going to put them into Cricut Design Space. So there's
Yeah.
so much stuff there that you can do that
Mhm.
not having the membership is just really dumb. If you ask me, it's dumb not to have it because
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you can just whenever creativity strikes and you want to look for something, you just definitely go and check it out. All right,
Well,
so
and I'm
let's
sorry.
let's go ahead and draw for the winner. All right. So Creative Fabrica is giving everyone is giving one Cricut Joy Extra to one lucky winner, and we're gonna pull that winner right now. And I actually do want to do share screen on this one. Let's see. There we go. Nope, that is not right. Hold on a second. The wrong screen up. Here we go. Let's see if I can share that. Okay, good. All right, so here we go. We are going to draw one winner for the Cricut Joy that Creative Fabrica has so kindly offered to do a giveaway with. All right, here we go. We're going to do our little countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I swear it's getting slower as it goes down. 2, 1. Woohoo! Who's this going to? Jan.
Oh,
Congratulations, Jan. I hope she's watching tonight because I think it's so exciting when you're actually on live and your name is either called out or drawn on the screen. But no matter whether you're here or not, Jan, we are going to be emailing everybody that has won from one of our sponsors on Monday. So be on the lookout for that email on Monday. All right, let me go ahead and just remove that from the stage. Here we go. All right. Is there anything last minute you want to say? Like where can people find you, that kind of thing?
yeah. If you any of your favorite social media sites, Pinterest, that kind of thing, it's at Miss Carrie's Creations. That's my handle everywhere. Like I said, I do have some classes on Creative Fabrica, and I teach Cricut classes on YouTube and online. So if you
Awesome.
enjoyed how I teach, you can always check those out.
Carrie's been a long time speaker for our summit, so we always enjoy having her back. Thank you so much, Carrie.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right,
so much, Brandy.
you're welcome. All right, you guys. Day one of the Cricut Card Summit is in the books. We are going to be sending out an evening email that's going to have today's links, everything all wrapped up. Excuse me. And then you'll get another email tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. It's going to give you all the information for all of the events and presentations and live streams that's going to happen tomorrow. Now, if you are a VIP All Access Pass member, be sure to look into that just dawned on me. Harry, have we created the Zoom link yet? Yes, we have. Okay. Phew. Harriet is doing so much for the summit that since I'm not actually doing it, I don't know if it's done or not. Anyway, if you have purchased the VIP All Access Pass, you definitely don't want to miss our virtual crop that will take place tomorrow at 7 o'clock. You need to log into your Learn platform and go to the section that talks about the crop because you're going to have to register for the Zoom link. And there are limited seats in the room, so definitely want to grab your link and get there as quickly as possible. I doubt very seriously that we would run out of seats on the actual Zoom if you register. But if we do, just wait a second because folks tend to come and go during those events. So I don't think we'll run out of seats, but definitely you want to get in there as quickly as possible tomorrow evening. Tomorrow I am going to be doing another live stream at 12:45, Harriet? 12:45, right after I do my updates and giveaways at 12:30. Fingers crossed that I feel well enough to do that. And I plan to go over the exporting of our SVG and importing them into Cricut Design Space. We're going to be doing some test cuts, and then we're going to try to put together the card that we kind of created on the fly on live stream. So super excited about that. If you haven't purchased your VIP All Access Pass, Harry will put that link up on the screen. And then also don't forget the challenge that we are running next week, which is August 11th through the 14th. It's only $10. Our goal is to create 40 cards in 4 days. It's going to be so much fun. And I've got 8 cards that I'm going to be creating. I showed you some of those earlier today. We are just going to have the absolute blast, and for $10, you can't beat it. We'll be teaching live every day from 1 to 3, Monday through Thursday. All right, you guys, I will see you guys tomorrow, and hope you are creating lots of stuff. Please take pictures and post in the Facebook group. Take care. Bye-bye.